Hi, I'm Sherry Nadell reporting for Tomorrowpictures.TV. Today we're on Melrose Avenue asking the question, what do you think about Charlie Sheen? There's a lot of opinions to be had, so follow us and see what everyone has to say. All right, so today the question of the day is your opinion on Charlie Sheen. What do you think about him?
One, he is a nut. Two, I am not mad at other activities that he has got going on. It's a great situation for him, I see.
What's your take on what's going on with Charlie Sheen these days?
Well, apparently he's winning, and we're all winning, apparently. And, it's kind of funny. I was talking to my friends, and they all think he makes a lot of sense.
I think they need to stop picking on Charlie because I got drunk with him a couple times. He was dynamite. He was a phenomenal guy.
All right, guys, 2 words. Charlie Sheen, what comes to mind?
Poor man.
2 words. Tell me what comes to mind, okay? Charlie Sheen.
Lord. Everybody needs to leave him alone because Charlie's always been Charlie. He's always on his drugs. He's always bought his prostitutes. What's new? What's new? He's just doing him. What's new? I don't know why everybody's making a big deal about it.
So why do you think now all of a sudden it's hitting the media?
Exactly. That's what I wonder. It's like, why now? He's always been him. He's always did him. That's why I like him. He's cute. I like him. He's cute.
I think he's great. A real American actor.
I think he's on drugs. Probably crack. I think.
I love that he loves smoking hotties. I mean, he has a lot of money. What are you going to do with all of it? You got to party. You only have one life. Party it up. Live
Is that what you would do?
I think I would get to that point if I had too much. Yeah, I would probably.
Go overboard with drugs?
Go overboard. He's sharing the wealth. I mean, everybody has a job. Dealers have a job too.
Do you know that he just got 1 million Twitter hits in over 24 hours?
I heard something like that. I think I might have hit him up too.
Oh, this girl's a fan. How about Charlie Sheen, the actor? Do you think it's going to harm his career?
Oh, it should. It should. I mean, anybody else it should. It usually does, but it should. I mean, he's pretty much gone batty. But yeah, definitely.
And when you think about it, all the conservative people that don't believe in certain things, they think he's crazy. I think he's a little crazy. He's done a lot of drugs, but in a big way, he's all about power of the mind, and I think that's actually very true.
So we want some young opinions on this. We were wondering what you think about what's going on with Charlie Sheen.
Well, I heard some stuff about it, and I think it's really funny. But it's kind of crazy at the same time. With the whole, I heard a lot of stuff about drugs and, stuff like that. I just thought it was funny.
Isn't that bad? Do you think he's becoming a bad role model for people your age?
Yeah, a little, but see, he's not really aimed towards kids our age also. So I don't think our generation is really into Charlie Sheen, I guess, as much as adults, I guess. Yeah.
So why do you think he's getting all this media coverage then?
Because he's Charlie Sheen. Period. He's Charlie Sheen. That's why.
The media has nothing better to do, and they look for a story to feed off of. This is America.
All right, well, you heard it from these guys here on Melrose Avenue. I'm Sherry Nadell, and you're watching Tomorrowpictures.TV. I'm Sherry Nadell, and you're watching Tomorrowpictures.TV.
Charlie Sheen. I personally think Charlie Sheen drinks a whole lot of coffee. And that's the problem with Charlie Sheen. It's that high energy coffee thing. No,
right, so he needs to stop the coffee.
He's got to start and anything caffeine related or sugar related too. Yeah, absolutely. But he's kind of doing his thing, I guess, right? I don't know. It's interesting. And they say, in the business that any publicity, being it bad or good, is good. So who knows? I don't know. It might be getting a whole lot of viewership and listenership.
Are you a mother?
Yes, I am.
What if, that happened to your children? I mean, do you think he's being a good role model right now for his, I think he's got 4 kids or more. Who knows?
4 kids, yeah. And is he being a good role model? In my personal opinion, probably not. But people just got to go through their own experiences, I guess. I think maybe he's just going through whatever his assignment is in the university of the universe. He's got to pass that assignment, whatever it is he's doing in his life. So
I think it's a little hyped up, to be completely honest. Like, maybe he has issues, but I think they're playing it up a bit.
They should be focusing on more important issues in the world.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. We think we all have our problems.
Charlie Sheen's the man, period. I'm sorry. He has way more money than I do, so I have no opinion on what he's doing. That's his life. Is it going to affect his career? No. Why? Because it's Charlie Sheen. He's been doing it. So what?
Don't you think drugs in general can ruin your life? I mean, his kids have been taken away. In fact, he's got 1 million Twitter hits in 24 hours, so he's got a lot of fans popping up.
Exactly. He has 1 million Twitter hits, so that's why his career's still going to keep on going. I mean, I'm sorry for his kids. That's pretty messed up, but he was doing drugs. That was, negligence on his behalf. But other than that, he's still going to get paid.
He has a contract with whatever company, whatever broadcasting company he's with, and if they close that contract, he's going to get paid no matter what. So it's actually kind of smart. I think he's kind of a crazy genius. Most geniuses are.
So do you think it was a good idea that they canceled the show?
No, because I don't know. I think everybody loves him as an actor, but they just don't want to know about his personal life, But now that he doesn't have a job, you'll learn more about him, and they just don't want to hear that.
I know the media seems to focus on the drug addiction and all the bad things that these actors do, right?
Yeah, which inflicts more pain, I'm sure, on the actors. That probably makes them want to do it more.
Well, do you think he's causing harm to his family?
Very much so. Sad.
Do you think he should stop?
Of course. I mean, yeah.
Do you think he's still on drugs?
It's quite
Charlie Sheen. Yeah. That's what he said. He said, I'm on drugs called Charlie Sheen. And 1 dose would kill you, but he's okay on it.
Well, we definitely don't want that drug, right?
No, not at all.
I like him. Be yourself. Everybody's not doing it, so.
Do you think he's hurting his kids?
No comment on that.
Do you think he's still on drugs?
I think when he says no, it's no. He has no reason to lie. He doesn't care what anyone thinks. If he says no, it's no. I believe you. Always.
Charlie, you have a fan.
I do. You do.
Should he stop, with the partying?
Oh, of course not. If he's single, he should have fun. He has the money to do so. I think he should do whatever he wants.
As long as you're not harming anyone else, right?
Yeah. I mean, I think he's just normal people. It's just, people don't realize that a lot of people actually do this. So, I don't know. He'll be fine.
Very true. He's not the only one to do drugs, right, girls?
Right.
All right.
We live in Hollywood where there's so much plastic BS that we get caught up in, we go to a party, all of a sudden we do a line of Coke, and then all of a sudden we're hooked on it. It's we shouldn't be just picking on just him,
So don't you think in the interviews that he's done, he's portrayed himself really badly?
Yeah, hey, everybody hits their little faults, but he's just doing him. That's how he's always been. So what's new?
So you don't think you should stop? Just keep rolling and winning?
Well, do you? But get it cleaned up because he has been looking real cracked out. So clean it up. Clean it up. Yeah.
So he should clean it up, right?
Yeah.
I mean, get it together.
Too cute at all. At all. No.
Do you think he's harming his family, though?
I think his family was already harmed throughout all of the stuff he's done. I think he's trying to, in a sense, maybe make amends, but I don't think it's really helping.
Do you think it's going to hurt his career?
Definitely. I think so, and I think it already has a little bit. But he seems to be making more jokes about it than people, so I don't know.
Why do you think the media is so obsessed with him?
Well, because they got to pick on somebody. I mean, I fear for myself as well because I'm not perfect, but I think every man should go to anger management because we're just ridiculous. We're we got to evolve out of the cave. But I'll be honest with you, I had to really look at myself at what caused me to be devastated with because I've abused myself with drugs and alcohol my whole life. And it was a coping skill. So I don't know. Everybody should just lay off of him and just recognize that it's not easy being a Hollywood, you know.
What do you think about him?
I don't know. I don't really care. I mean, I heard he has 2 girlfriends, but I guess that's kind of cool, but I don't really care.
That's cool. He's got 2 girlfriends. Hey, you know, the younger population, right?
Yeah. I think it's just like a funny situation that like this whole thing happened, but there's been some bad media about it, and I think it's definitely going to affect his career. But
at the end of the day, do you really care? Does it affect you?
No, not at all. But it's all over the news, so like every commercial break is really about Charlie Sheen right now.
Right, it's really hard to miss it, right? Yeah. Why do you think they're focused on him so much?
I think that he was like such like he's like an actor, and like everyone was really into like watching him in like TV and movies and stuff like that. And for this like big thing to happen about him, I think it's definitely like affected like a bunch of people, because like he had so many fans, and like it's gotten kind of out of hand, I think.
Well, speaking of fans, he got over 1 million Twitter hits in 24 hours since this happened.
Yeah, I heard about that, and that's definitely crazy. But
do you have Twitter?
Yeah, Twitter for life. Yeah.
She has 40 followers.
Can't hear you. Come back.
She has 40 followers.
Awkward.
Well, maybe she'll have 1 million after this interview.
Yeah, everyone follow me at MAAARRRIIIAAAB. Maria B. Yeah.
Thanks, darling. Well, there you have it, guys. Keep watching.
I would keep doing what he's doing. I think he's really funny. I got a lot of respect for him, and yeah, I would keep calling radio people and get up on the radio. I think he's trying to bring out a word that he can't fully bring out yet.
So you haven't lost respect for him as an actor then?
Well, I didn't really care. I don't really watch TV or movies. I don't really care for his acting. I care for people and what they're about, and I think he's on the right track.
You think he's going in the right direction now?
Maybe now, if he keeps off the yay, you know, stops sniffing and keeps on keeping on, I think he'll do it.
All right, Charlie, we're rooting for you. Do you think that
drugs kill your career? You got kids watching, paying attention. They can't put that out there and make it feel like it's good, like the next person go do some drugs and their career is still gonna take off. Nah, that ain't gonna work.
Essentially, what's going on is it's a flood storm of many things that really are ridiculous.
Well, what about the things he's saying on camera? I mean, it's so, one thing is the drugs, but it's that your face will melt off, or there's a drug and it's called Charlie Sheen. What about the things he's saying?
I'll be honest with you, I don't own a television set, and I act and I direct, but I have heard little pieces, and I thought, the poor guy, man, he's sounds like he may be losing it a little bit, but you know what? It's like this. We should help each other out instead of point fingers. But you're right. I mean, he sounded outlandish, but I've sounded very outlandish probably right now. I mean, I don't know.
Do you think the general public, though, likes to see an actor go downhill and then come back?
Well, it's America. Everybody likes a comeback story. I mean, look at Michael Vick,
Absolutely.
Kobe Bryant, you name it. Everybody likes a comeback story. And for whatever adversity you got going on.
Lindsay Lohan could come back from this, so, you know, hey, it's just what it is. The boy's gonna come back, you know.
But do you lose respect for an actor when they're, you know, messing up their life with drugs?
That's their personal business. You know, I can't judge nobody. I'm not God. That's all I can say.
Not supposed to judge, period. Not supposed to judge. You are not that person to judge. Because ain't no telling what your house is made of.
Sometimes we just shouldn't judge, right? Let it be.
You know, yeah. Well, you know, there is a saying I love, which is, judgmental people do not define who you are, but rather they define themselves as people who have to judge. So be careful if you're judgmental. That's all I can say. I don't know.
So you think you should lay off the drugs or keep on going?
I think he should lay off because, fortunately and unfortunately, musicians and artists and actors, we have a huge responsibility. So it's like, no, get clean. Show those who respect him, including the studio who's putting up with him at this point, and just say, you know what? Represent. We have to, because us actors are not heroes by any means. It's the EMT, the school teachers, single mothers and single fathers. It's like they're the heroes, not actors. But it's sad that we are in a position where we have to represent, so it's like, get our shit together.
Right, I do agree with you. Point well taken. Charlie does have a responsibility. Thanks for watching. Thanks for talking with us.
All right, namaste.
So we just finished interviewing people on Melrose Avenue about Charlie Sheen. The answers were across the board. What about you? Were your answers like anybody else's? I mean, what I can take home from this is don't judge. Really? I mean, Charlie's doing his thing and let it be. I'm sure he's got to make some mistakes to come back and be a better person. Anyhow, to watch more of this, go to Tomorrowpictures.TV. I'm Sharon Adele reporting live on Melrose Avenue.